X, along with four other armed hoodlums, seizes the child of Y and threatens to kill him unless Y parts with his watch and diamond ring. X has committed the offense of. Yes. What should be the answer? X, along with four other armed hoodlums, seizes the child of Y, threatens to kill him unless Y parts with his watch and diamond ring. Yes, Smita, you say B, dacoity. Himanshu also dacoity. Shruti says robbery. Jyotsna, anybody else? What offense is this? All right. Uh, so first of all, to start with, it's an extortion. Then extortion becomes robbery and robbery may become dacoity. Jyotsna also says dacoity. Let's see. First we'll come to section 390, then we'll go to 391 if need be. 390 says an extortion is robbery if the offender is in the presence of the person put in fear. Who is the person put in fear? The father, and the offender is in his presence. So yes, that part is met. The offender commits extortion by putting that person in fear of instant death, instant hurt or instant wrongful restraint to that person or to some other person, and induces the person so put in fear then and there to deliver up the thing extorted. So 390 is applicable. The offender is in the presence of the person who has been put to fear. Who is the offender? X and four other armed hoodlums. Who is the person put in fear? Y. And what is the harm? What is the threat? That he would put the child of Y to instant death. 390 is applicable. Once 390 becomes applicable, then we'll see how many persons are involved. In this case, 5 persons are involved, X with 4 other hoodlums. So when 5 or more persons conjointly commit robbery, it becomes dacoity. That's why you are calling it dacoity, I suppose. Okay. Extortion aggravated into robbery, aggravated into dacoity. Dacoity because 5 persons are involved, robbery because the offender is in the presence of the person who has been put to fear, and extortion because by putting that person in fear of injury, you are taking some property from him. Okay, you all agree? There is a twist here. I want to emphasize that. So everybody agrees that it is robbery, and since 5 persons are involved, so it is dacoity. First it is robbery, then it is dacoity. Is it robbery? I am now, see, 5 persons are involved. So once it is robbery, it will get converted into dacoity. 5 persons are involved, no question about that. But is it robbery, first of all? What is required in robbery? Extortion must be there. Is there extortion in this case? What is extortion? When you cause another person to deliver some property to you by putting him in fear. That is extortion, simple. What are the facts of this case? The hoodlums, or let's say X only, if only X were there, X is putting Y in fear of instant death of his child. That is given in the facts. Is it extortion? Is it robbery? The answer is no. I say it is not extortion. I say it's not robbery. Why? Anybody? If anybody wants to explain, you can switch on your audio. Yes, Smita. Y has been put in fear of injury to a child. Y has been put in fear of injury to a child. X has put him in this fear. Why is it not robbery? Himanshu says weapon is not mentioned. Alright, so suppose I mention the weapon also, that X had a gun with him. Alright, then will it be extortion and robbery? Alright, so let me explain. Anybody wants to say anything? This is a simple fact situation, nothing much is given or required. X along with four other armed hoodlums seizes the child of Y, threatens to kill him unless Y parts with his watch and diamond. Yes, there is a threat, but what thereafter? Did Y part with his watch and diamond ring? Did Y deliver the watch and diamond ring to X? Extortion will be there only if the property is actually handed over to the offender or to some other person named by him. Who is the offender? X. X is demanding some property under a threat to cause injury to Y's son. Alright, so one part is complete. As far as X is concerned, he has done whatever he could do. But in extortion, you need a voluntary action from the other side also, from the victim side also. Who is the victim? Y. Did Y actually deliver his watch and diamond ring to X? Nothing is given. There is only what is given is that X gave a threat to him. We do not know what happened thereafter, whether Y actually handed over his watch and diamond ring to X or not. Maybe Y was brave enough and he did not part with his watch and diamond ring. If Y did not actually deliver his watch and diamond ring to X, it will not amount to extortion. In extortion, there are two actions, one from the side of the offender, the other from the side of the victim. The offender is putting the victim to fear, demanding some property from him, and the victim actually hands over that property to the offender. There has to be handing over, delivery of the property. If that property is actually not delivered, this offense of extortion is not complete. And if the offense of extortion is not complete, then what is not complete? Robbery is also not there. And if robbery is not there, dacoity will also not be there. Because in robbery also what is required? Just see section 390, I am showing it to you. Last part of this section is that he induces the person so put in fear then and there to deliver up the thing extorted. So that property has to be delivered to the offender. If that property is not delivered to the offender, 390 will not be applicable. If 390 is not applicable, 391 will also not be applicable. There is a twist here. The offense of extortion is not complete. Therefore, the offense of robbery is not complete. Can I say that therefore the offense of dacoity is also not complete? Now, this is another twist. Now, take it from me that extortion is not complete, robbery is not complete. But thereafter, the second part, can I say that dacoity is also not complete? Yes, other options do not seem suitable. You are right, Shruti. But now my question is that if there is no extortion, if there is no robbery, or in other words, if the robbery is not complete, can we say that dacoity is also not there? Now we'll come to 391. We'll read it again and you will find another twist there. What is required? See, this is an illustration of robbery where extortion is getting converted into robbery. A meets Z and Z's child on a high road. This illustration is similar to our fact situation. There it is X and Y. Here it is A and Z. So A meets Z and Z's child on high road and takes the child and threatens to fling it down a precipice unless Z delivers his purse. And now look, Z in consequence delivers his purse. This is very much required. Z, who is Z? Z is the victim. Z in consequence delivers his purse. And now illustration says that here A has extorted the purse from Z by causing Z to be in fear of instant hurt to the child who was there present, and A has therefore committed robbery on Z. So for committing robbery, what is required is that the demanded property must be delivered to the offender. Yes, IPC says it induces a person. Induces a person means it causes that person. Induces means it causes that person who has been put to fear to deliver the property to the offender. For example, in illustration C, it says Z in consequence delivers his purse. In consequence of what? In consequence of the threat. So delivery of the property is a must. If the property is not delivered, it is not an offense of extortion, it is not an offense of robbery. But now another twist is that when we come to 391, it says when 5 or more persons conjointly commit or attempt to commit a robbery, every person so committing or attempting is said to commit dacoity. For the offense of dacoity, it is not actually required that the offense of robbery must have been committed. This is what we normally think, that first there must be robbery, then it will get converted into dacoity if the persons involved are 5 or more. But the offense of dacoity takes into its ambit not only the actual offense of robbery but also attempt to commit a robbery. Yes, Jyotsna, instead of using mere inducement, we will say mere attempt of robbery and extortion. You say mere inducement for robbery and extortion is not enough. So am I clear? It is not a completed extortion, complete offense of extortion. It is not a complete offense of robbery. It's only an attempt of robbery. When will it be complete? When the demanded property is delivered to the offender. Where the property is actually not delivered, but extortion, that is the offender has done whatever he could do, it will amount to attempt of robbery, and 391 takes into its fold not only actual offense of robbery but also attempt to commit a robbery. In this case, the facts are not complete. We are not told what has happened thereafter. We are told that X has threatened to kill him unless Y parts with his watch and diamond ring. We are not told what happened thereafter, whether Y actually delivered his watch or diamond ring or not. On the given facts, since we are not told whether the watch or diamond ring was actually delivered to X, at least it is attempt of robbery. And attempt of robbery is also covered under 391 as an offense of dacoity. Therefore, the correct option will still be dacoity. On these facts also, it is dacoity. And on further facts that the watch and diamond rings were actually handed over to X, there also it will remain dacoity. So there are two twists in it. I hope I am clear. If not, you can ask questions. The answer will still be dacoity. All right. So let's move on to the next question if it's clear. Please remember, for 391 for dacoity, complete offense of robbery is included, but attempt to robbery is also included. 5 or more persons conjointly commit robbery or attempt to commit robbery. It will amount to attempt when the property demanded by the offenders is not handed over to them. Then it will amount to attempt. The actual offense, the full offense is not committed, but an attempt has been made by the offender. And even in case of an attempt of robbery, 391 will be applicable if the number of persons, the number of offenders is 5 or more.